What up, family? We made it. We have made it. The end of 2020. I'm gonna call this video the perfect transition into 2021. Let's transition together into this great year that's coming. Let's manifest a perfect, amazing year of growth for all of us to achieve more better things. Manifestations coming true 2021. Everybody chasing their dreams, living out the happy lifestyle that they want to live, becoming more of their selves. That's what I want everybody to achieve. I don't know about y'all, but 2020 was a major growth year for me. The person who I was at the beginning of 2020 to the person I am at the end of 2020, all I got to tell y'all, bruh, is when they say your whole life can change in a year, your whole life can change in a year. I promise you that. You will not be the same person you are next year. I'm going to be a way better person than I am right now. Next year on this date, I'm going to have a way better life. Probably going to be in a whole different area. Going to be chasing my dreams. Now I just want to talk about 2020 and how much of a growth I have had this year. Consider this like a little inspiration story. If you felt like 2020 was a bad year for you, and you felt like change can't come just like that, listen to my 2020 experience. Now, coming into 2020, I was just this lit ass kid that drank a whole lot of alcohol, went out to the bar every single weekend, got high 24/7. Actually got caught up in selling drugs, which was terrible, because that was not why I was put on this planet. I'll figure that out later down in the year, but let me continue to talk about. Now, during this time period, also, I had just started my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is nothing like it is now. I was a vlogger. I was just vlogging my life, putting collection videos out there of me and my friends doing wild, fun stuff. That's what made me happy at the time. And I'm going to honestly hop back on that wave a little bit. If I can honestly get some clips up, but you know, with COVID, you can't really do anything. That's really why I haven't been vlogging or anything. But if you can go back and look at like my past videos, I was just vlogging, having fun with life, right? And then like 2 weeks into 2020, this I knew 2020 was gonna be a wild year. 2 weeks into 2020, I got caught slipping by the feds, and I spent like 7 hours in jail. Now when that happened, that was a major life experience for me, because I had to check myself. While I was up in there, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Like, I have to change. This is not who I want to be. I should not be in this situation right now. This is not me. The ego had taken over a lot for me during this time. So when I got out, I said I got to take a different route. I honed in on my vlogging more. I cared more about vlogging and learning my editing skills so much. And then boom, out of nowhere, COVID hit. Now I just want to let y'all know, before COVID hit, I had so many big plans for my YouTube. I was gonna drop like a Rolling Loud, which is like a concert festival. We was going to Rolling Loud in Miami, a Miami vlog. I was gonna have a disco party, a kickball tournament. I had so much stuff set up for 2020 to be one of the greatest vlog years for me. But COVID like made all those ideas slowly dissolve away. I watched all of them just fly out my head, and it just wasn't the same anymore. And when COVID hit, it was such like a big like what the WTF moment, you feel? Like, what is going on with the world? Like, it truly felt like we was all living in a movie, I swear. Now, before we all went on lockdown, I told myself this. I said to myself that I was going to be a better person coming out of lockdown than who I was going into lockdown. I truly manifested that for myself. And when I tell you, as me standing a person here right now, I don't even remember who I was going into lockdown. My whole mindset has changed. The way I live my life has changed so much. So I truly manifested that. Now, when COVID first started, I honestly wasn't doing too much. I was honing in on my editing skills. I didn't even learn about the spiritual side of life yet. But the thing about spirituality to me is that what spiritual people talked about like how life works, not how life works, but how this society works, like the problems with this world we live in. I was already speaking like that before I even knew what spirituality was. I already knew the government was terrible. I already knew that the government was playing tricks on people. Like the way that we live is not the way that we're supposed to live. Like I've been doing that. So this is where I say the big shift happened in my life for me personally. Now my bro Wes, he planned on going on this Colorado trip. And you know how 2020 been. Ain't none of us ain't been doing nothing like all year because we all been on lockdown. And you know, this when they started easing up the lockdown, like in the middle of summer when we went on this trip. And I can just remember having so much fun on that trip. My first time being up in the mountains. We went camping up in nature. I felt alive again for the first time in a long time. Like I felt like I was following the flow of life. Like I got back in a groove of life. And I was back on a righteous path for myself. Like that Colorado trip made me like, it really opened my eyes to how beautiful life is. And how we can take this experience and make it so amazing. If you want to go watch my Colorado trip vlog, I still think it's the best vlog I have on my channel. But still, during that trip is what I really learned. I think during that trip was my last time drinking alcohol. I remember drinking alcohol on that trip. It didn't feel the same. I love Mary Jane. When I was smoking that on that trip, it didn't feel the same. It's like I kind of knew that this was my last time doing any of those things because I was about to. It's like I didn't know it, but like you could feel the vibes. Like none of this stuff is hidden for me anymore. Like after that trip, I didn't even want to do it. And when I came back from that trip, it was so amazing. When I come back to Louisiana, it's like everything's just slowly going downhill. And you know, like I'm one of those people, like I believe in karma. And I've been a good person all my life. So it's like I always looked at the universe like, why is all of this happening to me if I'm a good person? But I didn't realize at the time that the universe was trying to teach me a lesson so I could grow more. So I ended up having the worst week of my life. You know, like everything that could have went bad, it went terrible that week. Like it was just horrendous how many bad things was happening to me this week. So me being so trained in the psychedelic world, I guess you could say, I wouldn't call myself an expert trained, but I can handle myself mentally on psychedelics. I decided that the Saturday of this week, I'm going to take 2 Jesus shrooms and I'm going to try to freaking find answers, trying to go within myself and find freaking answers of what the fuck is going on. And when I did that, I ended up having my full spiritual awakening. And I could tell you, that will always be the most life-changing moment in my life. So shout out to 2020 for that. And after I had that, one person that really influenced me a lot on my journey, gotta shout out Spiritual Soul. Now, he's not like your average spiritual teacher. He speaks the truth. And the reason why I realized that spirituality was real is because of Spiritual Soul. Now, who Spiritual Soul really is, he used to be a regular YouTuber. Like, I used to watch him when I was growing up. Like, his name was So Illuminati. And for him to start talking about spirituality just out the blue, That's how I knew it was real. Because the words he was saying, I was resonating with it so much. Like, yes, like, I talked just like him growing up. So, like, that was my first time really resonating with something and, like, realizing, like, that this is a path that I need to take. And I got more deep into spirituality. I learned about the chakras. Learned how to elevate your vibration. Learned how to face your traumas. How to let go. Let go that's the two greatest words I heard this year. How to let go and detach. That was the thing that the universe was trying to teach me this whole year, was to let go and detach. Because it was something that I was truly suffering with. I was attached to so many things that I thought that would make me happy, when in the end, they was just causing me to suffer. And when I learned how to do that, it was like the light shined down on me. So as I move on from learning about spirituality, I begin to start teaching people the ways of spirituality, to start changing lives. And that's something I always wanted to do ever since I was in high school. I said the only thing I truly want to do in this life is to have a positive impact on people. And as I learned more of the spirituality way of life, I learned how to help people in a truly positive way. How to tell them aspects that they can apply to their life to grow more. Because that's what life is all about. But down this road, as I was learning spirituality, I developed this evil spiritual ego. Something that I didn't realize like my first 2 months into the spirituality. And that was a big lesson that I learned. That the ego is very manipulative, man. You have to watch out for the ego. And as I learned to let go of the ego and stop judging people just because I know more info than them, I learned how to accept people and just love them for who they are. I wanted to wake people up, when in reality, you're supposed to let them sleep and their time will come. It's one of the biggest things I learned this year. And as I'm closing 2020 off, I'm learning that every day is a healing process. And I don't know everything. Honestly, I don't know nothing. Just like everybody else in the world, everybody is just learning each and every day how to live this life, how to enjoy this experience we call life. I learned to look at everybody from a childlike mindset and just let people be who they be. Let people enjoy the life no matter what they're living. To not judge anyone, no matter what they're doing. Just let them live. Only person you should be focusing on in this lifetime is yourself. I'm no longer, never has been actually, I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I'm just trying to be a better me each and every single day. And that's all that matters. As long as you realize that you need to grow and heal every single day, you're on a good path in life. And this year has taught me so many things. This is a year that I will never forget about. And as I close this year off with these final words, I just want to let you know that 2021, we are coming after everything we deserve. This year was just a growth year to take me through all the challenges that I need to go through so I could be ready for 2021. I'm going to give you an example of one thing I learned this year that really impacted my life for a long-term effect on me. I just told you earlier in the video that I dealt with attachment so much. I was attached to too many things. And when I learned how to detach from everything that was holding me back That's one thing. When you're attached to things, it holds you back from chasing your dreams. So as I detached and I let go of everything, more blessings started to come my way for me. And all I want to let y'all know is that 2021, so many opportunities have opened up for me. And I'm not attached to anything, so I can just go wherever I need to go to chase my dreams. Because that's all that's on my mind right now, is manifesting what's best for me and living out my purpose the best way I can. So, if you're watching this video, I just want to let you know to let go and you will grow. You have to let go to grow. Let go to grow. And understand that healing is an everyday process. You're not going to be happy 24/7. Even though I've learned the spirituality ways, I have my days where I'm off. I have my days when things just aren't going right for me. I do shadow work when I need to. I may teach about shadow work, but I have not even finished all of mine yet. There's still some times where the ego tries to creep back on me. But as long as I can realize that that's not me and that's the ego, that's when you know that you're really growing. Y'all stay up, stay blessed. 2021 is going to be amazing for all of us. I'm manifesting that for everybody watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're loving the content. Like the video. And we out. I'm turning up tonight. 2020, what a year.